Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on a welding mask. So my current welding mask has been giving me quite a few issues. I've had this for a couple of years now, and to be honest it's been quite good up until recently, where it started flashing me quite a bit. And I've replaced the batteries, I've cleaned the front screen, I've replaced the screen, I've cleaned the sensors. And even if I'm doing a flat run just on the bench, I keep getting flashed and there is no rhyme or reason as to why it's doing it. So I thought I would splash out, get a new welding mask. It's just arrived, so I thought I'd do a quick review on it. So this is the mask that I have bought. It is the Spiritus Air Pro, and it comes with a respiration system. Now the reason why I've got this is because I've heard some pretty good reviews about it, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I just want to clarify, I have purchased this. This is not a product sponsor, so my opinion is going to be completely unbiased on this. I did get it slightly cheaper because it was on the Black Friday sale, and I used a code from Double Boost which made it slightly cheaper again. That's one of the reasons why I've gone and bought it now, is because it's pretty much as cheap as I'll be able to get it. So I thought I'd give it a go. Okay, so I've not unboxed this yet. So let's see what we have in here. Air feed hose, spare lens cover, the mask itself. I think that's a bag. It's the belt which holds the respirator. Owner's manual. In the bottom of the box you do get the blower unit, which comes with a filter, charger, 3-pin cable and battery. So I'm going to put the blower unit together first, and this opens up. And so it looks like the filter only goes in one way. It goes in there, twist it to lock it, and then on the bottom here the battery just slots in to the base and locked into position. On the top here, LCD screen with on and off button. So like that. So it looks like it's been sent with a full battery, which is quite nice. Means that I can take it out of the box and try it straight away. So onto the mask itself, which has a nice large screen for a decent field of view. This hood part comes up, and looking around the back here you have this skirt, I suppose it's called, which seals the mask to your face. I've just tried it on. It fits very nicely on my quite small childlike head actually, and it is very comfortable, no complaints there. On top of the mask is the air feed where the hose connects, and obviously you can see this front screen here is tinted yellow, so I don't know how I'll get on with that, but we'll see how that is. Everything at the moment still has its protective film on, and also one thing to note, everything is very well packaged, no damage at all. Even if the box was dropped and kicked around, I don't think you'd have any issues with the contents inside being damaged at all. So just take off some of this protective film and put it all together. Right, so I've got the mask completely unpacked, put together, hose on, blower unit on my back, and my initial thoughts, having not used it yet, is it seems pretty well constructed, fairly easy to put together. I mean, I didn't even bother opening the manual. Obviously fairly intuitive. You have to remove all the films. I have seen posts of people complaining about not necessarily this mask, but saying that they can't see because it's really foggy. Make sure you remove all the films. There's one on the front screen, one on the inner screen on both sides, and also on the screen inside itself. Make sure you remove all of those. But it's fairly well constructed. My initial impressions, I've not ever used an air-fed mask before, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. It looks as though the skirt can be removed, so you could probably use it without the air feed. The air feed is relatively loud, but that's probably because I'm not used to it. It does blow past my ears. I do get cold ears, but that's obviously a winter thing. I imagine in the summer it'd be quite welcome. Overall the unit is slightly heavier than I'm used to, but again that's because I'm not used to an air-fed mask. I'll put it on. So obviously without the pump going, this will eventually fog up because of the skirt, and you can see it's already doing so. I'll turn the pump on. So straight away you can see that is clearing the fog away from the mask, and then you have this drop down here for when you want to weld. One of the downsides that I can see coming from a normal open mask is that you've got to have the pump running all the time when you've got this on, because it will fog up. Of course you can turn the pump off and take this off, but then where do you put this without having to take the blower unit off? The buckle is just like you have on an aeroplane, so you just lift the buckle and the belt comes off, but I think the belt could probably do with a hook, so you can put this on the side, because if you're anything like me, you're doing one thing and then you're doing another thing, and you're moving around the garage, and you don't want to be taking this on and off all the time. It would be quite nice to have a little hook that you could kind of holster the helmet to, but so far that's a fairly small complaint, and that can be easily rectified. And what you can't really do because of the skirt is to wear it on your head up like this, because this keeps dropping down in your face. So yeah, not like a normal mask at all, where you can kind of wear this on your head around and just drop it down when you want to weld. I normally have this sat on my head all the time like I'm doing anything, so I can just drop it down when I need to weld. So that's going to take some getting used to with this one. Next test I suppose is to do some welding. So the first test of this mask will be welding onto this oil sump. I want to weld a couple of these AN bungs onto the end of this sump. This is aluminium, so I'm going to be doing some AC welding. Because it's sump, it's covered in oil, I've cleaned it as best I can. I've prepped this with the die grinder so it is as clean as possible, but it still will leach a load of oil, so it's a good job that I do have an air-fed mask, because as I burn through that oil it will smoke, and it's probably not something I want to be breathing in. So I'll get the welder set up, which is an Artec unit. It's the 170 amp digital EXT that they sell. I'm not the best welder in the world if this is the first time coming to my channel, but I get by, and we'll see how well this goes. First thing I'm going to have to do is fill this little channel round here with weld, so then I can weld these on top. I'm sure a good welder will be able to do that in one pass, but the idea is to get a nice clean weld pull round it, because welding cast aluminium sucks up. So I'll get the welder set up and we'll give that a go. Right, first issue that I've got with this before I even started welding is I had to take this out a couple of times because it didn't seem to work, and I thought, okay, maybe I've got to pull a tab, like a battery cut-off tab. And I think the batteries are fairly loose fitting in there. It just doesn't work. There's no power coming on. I press the buttons, nothing is happening. And then I will take this out. It's a little bit of a faff. We've got finger marks all over the thing now. Come on! There we go. So as you can see, press these buttons, nothing is happening. Nothing at all. By this side, battery cover off. There you go. I think the battery's loose. So yeah, I get it working. I put it back in, put the screen back on, and then it's not working. So that's a bit of a pain. Bend the fins a little bit. There you go. Fits in there a bit tighter. Power's on straight away. There you go. Let's try that now. So, bit of an issue with that. Be good if that were checked beforehand. There you go. Powered off again. Batteries are loose. So, let's sort this side out. Not ideal really. Brand new product. Minor issue, but not what I was expecting to do. Test button now works. Yeah, everything seems to be working now. So hopefully I'll put it back in here and it still works. Anyway, that's gone on. This clips into place. Like I say, it's covered in finger marks now. I want to get this welded up before I've got to go out. One thing that I do like is these side windows actually. It gives you the impression of much wider field of view. Anyway, there's my minor gripe. Is that still working? Press the button. No, it's not. Fucking thing. Yeah. As soon as I put it back in there, not working. when tests go wrong, eh? So, 4th time. Okay, powered on now. Bring the hood down. Yeah, still on now. Something I've got to watch out for, because obviously if that's not working, I'll get flashed again. Not what I was expecting. Right, let's try and get this welded up.
Go, 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 yeah, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
So there we go, they are welded on there. Not the finest welds in the world, but it shouldn't be falling off. It was fairly disgusting. There was a lot of oil in there and a lot of contamination. Lots of pinholes because of the cast aluminium, but they're on there and it should do a job. But how did I fare with this mask? Well, after the initial issues that I had with it, once I got going with the welding, it was actually really quite nice to weld with. It felt quite seamless actually with the darkening. As soon as the arc struck, auto darkened straight away, which you get with all masks, but for some reason it felt natural. It didn't feel like it had darkened. It just I don't know, it just felt really good. I'm not used to the weight of this, I have to admit. It's going to take a little while to get used to it, and I'll be honest, it is quite noisy. I'm not used to it at all. I expect it's probably similar to other units that are available. It's going to take a little bit of a while to get used to. Having just welded an oil sump, it was really nice actually not to have fumes in the hood. It is quite cold in here, and even with the open hood it would steam up quite a bit. So yeah, it did steam up once obviously because the air feed. So overall quite good. A few little niggles with it. Like I've mentioned, I've never used an air fed mask before, so I can't compare it to another, but I have to say the mask itself seems to perform really quite well. I think time will tell actually. It's not initially bowled me away, you know, it's not love at first sight sort of thing. It will take time to get used to the extra weight. I will be adding some sort of hook so I can kind of holster the masks next to me, but one of the things that I'm going to be doing fairly soon is roll cage stuff on this Volvo that I'm building, so I'll be using it for that. I've got some manifolds to make, so I'll be seeing how good the reaction of this lens is. It's very intricate welding a manifold, and sometimes the arc is hidden behind some tubes, so that's one of the major issues I had with the other mask. Do I recommend it? Well, it's way too early to say at the moment. I am quite impressed. I do like the air feed. It would be nice if the skirt sealed around my face a little bit better, but I think it's one of those things that I'm going to have to play around with it, get used to it. It's literally come straight out of the box and I've had to go with it. So yeah, I suppose there's a bit more fettling and I will get used to it, I suspect. But overall, things seem quite promising with this. I will persevere with it and hopefully don't get issues with the loose battery in future. Yeah, I suppose as a review it's fairly inconclusive. What are your thoughts actually? Have you got one of these? Are you looking to try an air-fed mask? Do you have an air-fed mask already which you are absolutely blown out of the water by? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about that. So one last thing before I end this video. I am so close to 2,000 subs now. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And if you've liked this video, please hit the like button. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments below. And I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. See you later, guys.